So, what is the effect of information and communication technology on human flourishing? So, based on the article that I have read, ICT has a mixed but largely negative effect on human flourishing when it comes to reading and learning, especially if it is used without self control and critical thinking skills. So, the authors explain there that ICT, particularly electronic reading, often leads to lower reading comprehension compared to print reading. Also, it can also lead to increased distraction and multitasking. And lastly, it can also lead to shallow reading behavior such as skimming and scanning instead of reading. So these effects weaken the critical thinking skills of humans, which the article identifies as a key element of human flourishing. So, human flourishing, according to the eudaimonic perspective, is not just about happiness or convenience, but about developing one's intellectual and personal potential. So, when ICT encourages constant multitasking and surface level engagement, it limits focus. Not just focus, but also the reflection and deep understanding, which are necessary for human flourishing. However, the article also emphasizes that ICT does not automatically destroy flourishing. The negative effects often mainly when ICT is used in a mindless and distracted way. So, if people practice mindful and critical reading, ICT can support learning and personal growth. So, yes, I agree with the author's argument, but with some conditions. So, I agree with ICT can diminish human flourishing because in real life, many people read online while multitasking. I myself am aware that I am one of them, like switching between social media, messages, and other tabs. This makes it hard to concentrate, think deeply, and truly understand what is being read. So, this kind of reading weakens the critical thinking and self regulation, which are very important for academic success and personal development. However, I also agree with the author's hopeful conclusion that human flourishing is still possible in an ICT rich world. So, ICT becomes beneficial when us users practically be mindful in reading, reduce distractions, apply critical thinking skills, and reflect on what we read instead of just skimming and scanning on what we read online. So therefore, ICT itself is not the main problem, but the way people use it as it is. So, when ICT is used intentionally and responsibly, it can support learning, access to information, and more importantly, intellectual growth. So, ICT can negatively affect human flourishing by promoting distraction, multitasking, and shallow reading, which weakens the critical thinking. I agree with the article because deep understanding and focus are essential for flourishing. However, ICT can still support human flourishing if used mindfully with strong critical thinking skills.